All right, so hey guys, we're in the garage today. As you can see, it's very brown and covered in terrible old sheetrock. What we're doing today is directly above head. You can see I got the attic space open there. We're gonna be going up there a couple 2 weeks ago. At the peak of the house on that end, there used to be a big old light, nasty mercury globe, massive bulb light. I took that down. I took the whole fixture down, and I started cutting a hole for a new junction box. I actually have the junction box here. Step through my puddle. That's a whole nother thing. So I have this junction box here. Kind of a retrofit thing. It's got to fit through a hole. And I started cutting that, and then it got dark and cold. And since then, it's been doing nothing but raining and snowing and being just terrible out. Because I want to put our Ring camera back up. We have a floodlight camera that I want to put above the garage. We haven't had light out there since I took that down. So I want to put one up. So I got to put this in because the way they had it, they just put the wire directly through the wall, and all the mount for the light was on the outside. So I got all that taken care of. I bought a hole saw and I cut this size hole, and it's only 3 inches. I need to be at least 3.5, 3 5/8 to fit that in. So I covered up that hole that I made with some cardboard and tape just to keep it dry, and it's been there ever since. And now it is cold out, but there's not a lot of snow outside, and it's light out. So we're gonna see if I can make that hole bigger and at least put the box in and get it mounted. That's all I want to do. I don't necessarily want to wire the whole camera today, but if I can at least get the box in, that'd be ideal. So I'm gonna set up the ladder, grab some flashlights, grab a Sawzall, and see what kind of mess we can make. All right, so got the ladder set up in there. Look at what I was talking about outside here. Zoom in. I just got a hole there that I gotta fix. So got the ladder set up, and we'll get that all sorted hopefully now. I got my Sawzall and gotta throw some lights up there, and we'll see what we can do. All right, so we're up in the attic space now. That's the hole. As you can see, significantly 1/2 inch too small. There's a terminated end right there. That actually goes down into a switch down in the mud room. That'll have to be handled at a later date to figure out what to do there. But I get all the way up here and have my Sawzall and realize I don't have a battery. So back there's that hole. I have to go run down and grab a battery. See if I might have to pop that off, and then also grab the junction box and see how big I gotta make it, and see if I can't make a mess. All right, so I started, and what I'm doing is obviously making a huge mess, and I'm sure it doesn't look great on the outside. We got aluminum siding out there, but I took the bracket off. I'm just double checking every time to make sure. I'm just slowly edging my way out, keeping the tear out on this side rather than the other. But what you can see is we got actually plywood and some sort of MDF sheathing material, and then the siding. I'm not 100% sure. You can actually see it better here. It's kind of like a cardboard foam. It's pretty gross stuff, but so I'll get that settled and feed that back through once I know this fits, and go back on the outside, push this back in, put the bracket back on. Got a lot of back and forth to do, but it's kind of hard to record and do that at the same time. So let me keep edging this back out, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's finally done. All right, so here's the mess I made. Kind of hard to see, but it's a Sawzall in a tight space, making circles. Not great. I just barely got the round to fit in there, so I'm gonna head out to the outside and try to push it in from that direction. Then I'll come back up here and put the bracket over it. Not 100% sure how that's gonna work, but I guess we'll find out. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do it. I guess I'll take that with me and see if I can push that through too. So then it holds it in. Otherwise I might have to tape it or something. But I don't know, we'll figure it out. All right, so you'll have to forgive me for the close-up. But I did get it in there. It's in there tight, got the bracket on the back side. I'll go up there next to do it. Come up here to put the plate on for the camera. Focus, thank you. So this goes on for the camera mount. I don't have the wires pulled through yet, so I think I'm just gonna make sure it goes on in the correct orientation. This doesn't have to rotate at all. See, there's a lot of holes, but I still want it to be square. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll go upstairs. All right, close up again. I got that plate on. I had to file down. You can't see it, but there was another hole right here from the old fixture. There's this one also. But I had to file those down for this to fit. Let me see if I can back out just a smidge. It won't let me. All right. Well, I pulled that cable through, got it all attached, got the bracket on there, and it's all on and ready for a camera. All right, so it's dusk now. It's been a little bit. I kind of forgot to record, but I got it up, as you can see there. It was kind of a pain going back and forth. Let me see if I can flip this around. Where am I going? There I am. So it's kind of a pain. I had to flip it around a whole bunch. The ladder, I mean, I had to go back in and out. The bracket was a little bit too long, I would say, just because of the extra sheathing material that I wasn't expecting. So I had to flare that bracket out a ways, come back out here and tighten it down, feed the cable through, and I got my camera set up, and it's actually a floodlight, which I mainly need it for, and the camera also helps, so a little more time. Got that, and then we'll get this view before we head out. Look at that. Beauty.